History, history, we make history. Okay, ready? Here we go. Hey, welcome to the Golf Shop TV. I'm Jeff Harrison, my co-host,
Rich Gilgallon.
Amy Anderson.
We want to welcome you to what we think is a really cutting-edge process, and we are developing a local golf show with a global feel. Coach, tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I've been in the radio business for 27 years, and have been able through that to focus on the game of golf. That's why one of the reasons I came to the Palm Springs area, Jeff and Amy, is so that I could incorporate a lot more golf into an afternoon drive talk show. And here in the desert of Southern California, as you guys know, golf is our bread and butter. So it's everything about this valley, and that's why we're all here.
Fantastic. Well, we feel like the deck is stacked, and we have Amy Anderson here. We call her Double A. Tell us a little about yourself, Amy.
Well, I'm a certified golfaholic. Love golf. Been in the golf business for about 17 years. Been only playing golf 20.
Cool.
And she can play, let me tell you something. And so can Jeff Harrison, by the way.
Well, we're excited to have you here. So kind of a little bit of an idea what our goal is with this program is once a week we're going to get together and we're going to talk about local golf. And we're going to do interviews, Coach. Mm-hmm. And, who are we going to interview?
Well, we hope to have all kinds of people here to interview. People in the golf business, certainly here in the desert of Southern California, and maybe from around the country and hopefully around the world.
Absolutely.
That's what the World Wide Web is all about.
And we're also going to talk about things like, instruction for everyone at all levels. Amy, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we'll give a weekly golf tip. We'll also talk about etiquette or how to play the game a little bit faster. We'll do some product reviews, all sorts of stuff.
We're also going to tie it all in kind of a ribbon on it, if you will, a bow on there, is we're going to also talk about golf courses, do a little bit of a kind of a golf course review, just a little bit. It kind of lets you, on some golf courses you can't get into, if you will. We'll give you a kind of an inside view, so some of those golf courses that maybe the elite here in the desert, we're going to have an opportunity to go see them and talk with them and share a little bit about what goes on behind those gates.
Well, the country club living is a big part of the desert of Southern California. And on this show, we are not angry at anybody who worked their whole entire life in order to have a place like some of these fabulous clubs here in the desert to spend their years after all the hard work that they put in. It's not a crime in the desert of Southern California to be a member of a country club.
Boy, that is the truth. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to start with, Coach, let's see, we're going to go with, Coach is going to talk a little bit about the local golf scene and what's going on. And keep in mind, we're going to be out here every week, so what's going on this week? Now, today is April 12th. It's getting close to tax day, Coach. We're going to get a little wrap-up, so let's go to Coach with a little bit of the local golf.
Well, it's a gorgeous day here in the desert of Southern California. Of course, Amy, almost every day is a gorgeous day here in the desert of Southern California. Of course, we're located here on the golfshoptv.com at spectacular Indian Springs. So you can see right behind us this amazing vista. It was just a few years ago where this was completely desert, and there was nothing out here. They have turned this area into just a magnificent golf course, one of the desert's finest daily fee facilities. And really, your trip to Palm Springs and the Coachella Valley wouldn't be complete without an opportunity to play this beautiful course, Neil Finch's beautiful golf course here. Now, of course, we're coming off here early spring, Amy, with an amazing 2 major championships already.
Awesome.
One right here in Rancho Mirage, California, the Kraft Nabisco Championship, which was a highly dramatic finish. IK Kim, just for some reason, doing what every golfer has done and every golfer that's ever played in a golf tournament fears more than anything else, the dreaded 4-inch lip out, Amy.
It was more than 4 inches.
I don't think it was very much more. No, I think it was closer to. I'll give you. It was not a putt that you expected her to miss.
It was painful to watch, but she was great in the interview afterwards. What a classy lady.
Well, her interview after her missed putt and then subsequent loss in the playoff should be a primer that should be sent to every athlete who's ever in any competition. That's the way you handle defeat. Now, you know, my father told me when I was a little boy, he gave me the athlete's prayer, and I've never forgotten.
And what's that?
The athlete's prayer is, if I should win, let me walk down the road and, doggone it, here it is. If I should win, let me walk down the middle of the road and hold my head up high. And if I should lose, let me stand at the side of the road and cheer as the winner goes by.
Nice.
And you know, I learned that when I was 8 years old, and I think it's something that every athlete should memorize. And she did a great job.
She did awesome. And how about that Masters?
Well,
What a finish there.
I thought it was the greatest, maybe Saturday in the history of professional golf. And then I didn't think it could possibly get better. And then Bubba Watson, the all-American kid, the son of the South from Baghdad, Florida, comes away with his first major championship in the green jacket. Great for golf. His amazing shot on 18. Now I can hook a ball.
A foot?
I can hook a ball 100 yards, but not at command. Now, Bubba commanded that shot.
I know, and it was a high shot. I mean, you could hook a low shot, but a high shot like that?
A wedge.
Unbelievable.
Hooked a wedge 155 yards, maybe one of the great playoff shots in the history of Augusta.
And how about Louis?
And Louis Oosthuizen, who, of course, dominated at the British Open, won by 7 strokes. It looked to me for a little while there early that maybe this guy, after making a deuce on 2, the first ever televised double eagle in the history of Augusta. There's only been 4.
All 4 holes, though, or all 4
all
par
4
fives.
par 5s. And I thought Oosthuizen was going to have a great day, and he did.
He had a fantastic day.
Just came up a little short, and I just think the whole Bubba Watson story, the way he clenched his jaw coming home and making, after he pulled a drive 80 yards into the trees, just had enough of a gap to hook that ball around with amazing spin, almost as good as you can spin that wedge in. It was pretty amazing, a pretty amazing week.
Oh.
So we had the Kraft Nabisco Championship, which took place right here. And I also noticed when Bubba had a short putt to win, the crowd started to cheer, and Bubba said, wait a minute.
That's true.
And later on in his press conference, he admitted that, you know, he had seen what happened to IK Kim, and he didn't want it to happen to him. So a spectacular time to be a golf fan.
Yep.
This week the players are going to Hilton Head.
Yeah, Harbortown.
In Harbortown, which I've had the pleasure of playing. The hardest part about Harbortown is walking up the steps of that lighthouse. And that was my buddies talked me into it. I played Harbortown many times, and they said, okay, we're going up to the top of the lighthouse. And I got guilted into it, and I regretted it because I was sore for 2 days. So it's great to be here with you and Jeff. It's going to be a very exciting show. We're live right here at spectacular Indian Springs Golf Course, right here in the heart of the Coachella Valley. Don't miss this opportunity to come out here and play when you visit our town.
What a great course this is, though. I mean, the greens are spectacular, always rolling at a 10, and it's very affordable.
Well, yeah, and there's also a free lunch. I mean, it's the only place in the country where you get a real free lunch. You come out and play golf here, you get a free lunch. You can't beat it. You know, at one time, this course had fallen into disrepair. None of this was even here. All the course was located on the other side of the street, and over the passage of time, it kind of had fallen by the wayside. Mr. Schnellenberger and Neil Finch and some other guys came in here, and boy, they just built this out of the desert. They saved a couple of holes from the old course, which are very interesting, number 9, 10, and 11 on the other side of the street. Then you come back here to what is really as good a golf course as you're going to find. I mean, just look at it. It's impeccable. One of the great things that Amy and Jeff have done is they've produced these amazing etiquette moments, things that are so important to people who are just learning the game, or maybe have played the game for a little while and aren't aware of some of the things that are so very important to this game. And so we're going to introduce this first one this week. This is an etiquette moment, so important, how to fix your ball mark.
I'm Jeff Harrison, my partner.
I'm Amy Anderson.
Welcome to Etiquette Moment. Today we want to talk about the responsibility of a golfer, Amy,
when it comes to ball marks on the green. You know, when we go out there, sometimes we see more than just the ones we make. Is it just because people are ignoring those?
You know, I think they're really hard to see at times. It's hard to find your ball mark.
So is that why, as a kid, we were taught fix yours plus one other?
I think that's the main reason, yes.
You know, I mean, speaking of fixing divots, there's right and wrong way, and there's really, you know, if you do it wrong, there's some really heavy penalties to play. Can you show us exactly how to fix them properly?
Sure. What I like to do is take a repair tool and put it around the perimeter of the ball mark and bring the good grass inward. And then once I've done the entire ball mark, I tap it down with a putter.
Excellent. Now, what's the ones that have that little brown dot in the middle?
Well, what the golfers have done is they've put the repair tool in the ground and lifted the dirt upward.
So it kind of popped up the middle? Ah, okay.
So it's still smooth, it just looks bad.
Now, if you think about that one and the one that we see that just looks dead, what's that all about?
Well, the one that just looks dead, I don't think anyone did anything to the ball mark. They let it be.
So what kind of a recovery time does that one have versus the ones that we fix?
They say about 17 days.
Wow, 17 days. And how about the ones we fix?
Pretty much immediately.
So if you're looking for smooth surfaces to putt on, make sure you fix yours and one other, and let's keep those greens spectacular. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff.
I'm Amy.
Etiquette Moment.
Could it be? Every week we're going to do a golf tip, and this week we're going to talk about putting and controlling distance and direction.
My name is Jeff Harrison and my partner Amy Anderson. Today we want to talk about putting and specifically about how to control our direction. And we're going to actually throw a little bonus in here and also distance control. But what Amy has done is she's down here putting and she actually has set up a little, I'm going to say, a track to run on. She's taken 6 tees, she's put 3 on each side, and when she puts these down she uses her finger as kind of a width. So a finger width between the tee and her putter, and she puts them, spaced them out, maybe 3 to 4 inches apart on each one. And all she's doing is she's then popped the chalk line, and she uses that chalk line with her putter line to make sure the club face is lined up properly. So if she's not hitting those tees and her putter face is straight, the ball really has to go right down the line. So this is a great way to practice your direction control. And then what she's going to do now is she's going to actually add the element of distance control. She's taken 3 steps, which we know that's our 1 back and 1 through pace. And what she's doing now, she's kind of establishing, if you will, a hole or a gate to go through. So now her goal is not only to control direction, but also to control distance. So now what she's done is she's put 2 tees down, 1 on each side and then 1 deep, and her goal is now to hit them through there. So you see this putt, she had a face pretty wide open, so it exited hard to her right. Now she's closed the face, and this tells her a story right away. Again, whenever you're practicing, you want black and white information. Either you did it or you didn't do it. Now she's getting a little closer, and you want to set this up on a relatively flat line. You don't have to, but it certainly is better if you're on a flat surface. Okay, and as she does this, you'll see her putting should start to improve. Just back and through. She's thinking 1 back, 1 through, 1 back, 1 through. What I'd recommend is you set this up, and you can work on this at any distance. You'll be surprised, but what I'd do is I'd pop that chalk line long enough that you could do it at, say, your pace 1, pace 2, and pace 3. So she goes back and through. There we go. That's it. So now as you do this, your confidence grows. So this is a great technique to work on your direction and your distance. Would give you instant feedback of, was it my path, or was it my club face, or a combination of both, along with your speed. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff Harrison and my partner Amy Anderson for distance and direction control for putting.
Well, Coach, this has been fun. Well, Jeff, what an honor and a pleasure to work with you and Amy here on this spectacular show. I mean, the golfshoptv.com. It's not going to get any better than this.
Well, you know, it's episode 1, Coach.
Episode 1, the first of many, we hope.
You know, where can they see us, Coach? Where can they see this besides like on your Facebook page, our webpage? Where else can they see us?
Well, they can see us on iTunes at thegolfshoptv.com as well as swingpointmedia.com. And then you can sign up for our weekly etiquette moments. If you're a golf professional or a general manager of a country club anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, I think these etiquette moments will help you help your members to understand what the fine points are as far as playing this game.
You know, Coach, that's cool because right now we have about 100,000 people a week around the world watching our etiquette moments.
Well, and rightfully so. They've helped hundreds of people, thousands of people already in just understanding some of the basic things so that you won't have any fear when you go out and play the game. A lot of people are afraid to go play golf because they don't know where to stand and they're nervous, and really there's no need for that. And these etiquette moments, I think, is one of the finest things that you guys have done in order to help grow this game in a positive manner.
Well, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about, you know, sorry, I'm a little choked up here. You've got an award here. Tell us a little bit about that, Coach.
Well, it's a great honor. I don't mind telling you, we were selected, the Coach's Soapbox selected best in the Valley by the public, and that's what's so special about this award, is that it's not a peer award. It's an award that was just voted on by the people of the Coachella Valley. There are, I don't know, 60 people or 70 people that work on radio in this community, and everybody's name was in the mix. And thanks probably to a lot of what you've done, Jeff, and what you've done, Amy, and the people that come on the show, and the people that call the show, and the people that support the show, we were selected as the #1 show in the desert of Southern California, and I'm extraordinarily proud of that.
Nice.
Now you're on air. What's your schedule?
We're on every day, Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 on News Talk 920 KPSI, and heard around the world at www.newstalk920.com.
Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff Harrison, our humble host.
I'm the coach, Rich Gilgallon.
And I'm Amy Anderson.
Known as Double A. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time.
That's awesome.